Hey guys, what's going on? It's Irad, and as you already know, we've had some tests in the preview channel for Evocatis when it comes to server meshing, and with this test came an increase of player per server, which went to up to 4 players per shard, and this was tested by the Evocatis not just once, but twice, meaning that they were 200 players per server, and of course this was made possible thanks to the replication layer, which now makes sure that the servers do not send their data to the players' clients. No, that's not happening anymore, and it was actually very cumbersome and was bringing a lot of workload to the servers. The servers don't do that anymore. Now the servers bring all of their data to the replication layer, which then brings the data to the player's client, and that's the reason why apparently the players who took part of these tests have had a much more stable game experience. So, since this seems to be working quite well, could we see a player increase as early as Star Citizen 3.23, for example? I mean, this makes sense, the tech works, and they may want to do further tests to fine-tune the replication layer that is coming with this patch. So, how would it work and how different would our experience be in the verse? First, I think that Cloud Imperial Games will have to find ways to spread out players, otherwise everybody will just be at the same locations and it could create some frustration, especially with the terminals that we have to use every now and then. And I think new locations such as the distribution centers are going to be a great solution for that. Sure, they will attract a lot of players at first, but there will be several of them scattered on several planets across the standard system, and these distribution centers themselves are huge, meaning that players may bump into one another occasionally, but it's not going to feel like the places are overcrowded. So, that is already one confirmed solution to the problem that could be the increase of players per server, not to mention per shard, but what about other issues? Well, when it comes to stations, I think that Cloud Imperial Games need to increase the amount of ASOP terminals and hangars available. Some of the most popular orbital stations only have 12 hangars, and it's going to feel a little limited. Already, with the current technology available, when we have peaks of playtime, the hangars may all be full, and this is an issue that will definitely worsen as players get to play together in an environment in which there may be 200 or even 400 players per shard. I also think that commodity trading might be an issue with the current system. Already at some of the most popular locations, we may have to queue and wait for other players to do their purchases, and very often, when it is our turn, we're only left with the scraps. Well, we know that changes are going to come with Star Citizen 3.23 when it comes to commodity trading, but what I would like to see among those changes are additional kiosks at the most popular outposts so that multiple players may buy commodities at the same time. It would also be nice to see some of those most popular outposts, I'm thinking of those, for example, on Aerial, get a little larger. Maybe they could have more pads, maybe a few more buildings, which would symbolize that these are places with more activity. And I think that it would be a nice nod to the activity of the trading community. With more players per server, it will also make more sense to have more activities to encourage players to group together as well, or fight one another in larger groups. And this is where, in my opinion, large ship battles make more sense. I really liked the idea of the Capture the Idris event, but in my opinion it needs to be enabled automatically, not with a crew from Cloud Imperial Games. Having a larger player count would also allow groups to fully mount operations with enough people on both sides to crew larger ships and man fighter squadrons, something that right now feels a little odd because it's more likely to fill up an entire server than anything else. Cloud Imperial Games will also have to find ways to make Jumptown great again. I don't know about you guys, but the latest Jumptown event that just ended kind of felt dead to me. I mean, every time I went there wasn't a single player coming, and it just felt very boring. These events need to be more profitable and attract more players to make it the all-out war that it used to be. Or perhaps that role could be for the junkyards. We saw that when, for example, bounty hunting were generating tons of illegal cargo, that players would then sell the cargo over there, but unfortunately these were nerfed. Maybe Cloud Imperial Games could make drug trading more profitable, so players will be willing to take the risk to buy drugs at labs and then sell them at the junkyards. With more player per shard would come more chances of being robbed, but also more opportunities for security enforcement. Anyway, these are a few possible solutions here for the hypothetical increase of the player count in Star Citizen 3.23, but let me know in the comment section down below what would your solutions be to make that more viable. Do you think we are going to see more players per server in Star Citizen 3.23 based on the results of the test that took place in the preview channel? I really think that we will, but I could be wrong, of course, right? I've been wrong plenty of time in the past. So anyway, we've got a giveaway this month. We are giving away a Vanguard Warden with LTI. All you have to do is to become a Patreon or YouTube members and just enter your name on Discord. You can also join for free via our video sharing contest. A big shout out to Dr. Fabin, Zero Crusher, Deplorable Fidel, and Ducky to Dunker. I have been Rad, and I will see you guys in the next one.